two New Yorkers figure out just how much of our childhood we're going to go ahead and spill on our kids. Is that is that roughly the point of this? What are we doing? What is the point of anything?
I,
Can
I
we start there, bro? Go. Introduce yourself. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I was just that question you put, I have no idea what the point of any of it is. I am Ro DelleGrazie, also known as Mamma Moody. At this point, you know what? I'm wondering, I know how many cups of coffee it takes to feel like you're on cocaine, but I don't know if I want to do that to myself, but I can.
I like that you're weighing the pros and cons. You're like, pro, I will get things done today. Con,
I will crash out. I will crash out.
I will crash out. I just held a barista at knife point. But other than that, everything's gonna be fine. No, well, Ro and I, as we were getting on today, we're just both acknowledging that life can be a bit much. I may or may not have shared that I hate everyone. Just no exceptions. No, don't ask me. You mean me? Yeah, you too. I hate you. Like whoever you are, I haven't even met you. You're watching this video, you're like, what do you fucking hate me for? Oh, cursing now. See, not me for cursing.
So I'd like to point out yesterday when I was at work, we get a lot of cops that come in. So a guy comes in, he's a detective, a homicide detective, and he basically, I was like, how are you? As I'm waiting for his pizza, and he's like, well, last night, we had a homicide and a shooting, and then I was like, oh God, oh, and then I'm like, first 48 hours, is that true? You're getting pizza, sir. Anyway, I mean,
Dude.
didn't you be solving this? Anyway, whatever. But I forgot to mention the shirt I was wearing. It had a skeleton with his hands up that said, "When none of your kindness is killing anybody." And then he's like, "Hey, what does your shirt say?" And I was like, "It's about killing people." Like, sir, Mr. Santiago,
It's not wherever this happened. I just want to point out that I was not there.
not a substance.
Just
Just
in case you just started wondering.
this is just a funny haha customer service shirt.
I love it's a customer service shirt. This is what I wear when I face the public, just so we all understand each other.
Just want them to understand. So, yeah, I felt like it was better than I can't say the other shirt I wear because it's got a curse, and we're trying not to curse, but I just baked you some shut the F up cakes with a unicorn.
You know what? I endorse it. I feel like maybe that's where we are. Like people are being insane in other ways, but maybe there's some of us who we're just living our lives and doing maybe we just need to be a little more honest.
Yeah.
That you think you're sick of things? I am so over everything. Do you really want to have this conversation? That's kind of the space I'm in right now.
Yeah, well, so okay. And I know people that don't have kids are very you guys chose to have kids and okay, yeah, but we need to repopulate the earth. I'm not having 80 kids like some of the people I know. Okay. I have 2. Okay. And yes, we chose this.
Just stuff goes. That's it.
We chose this. But hey, how about to the people that don't have kids? You guys are upset about things too, right? So clearly it don't matter.
I suspect this is called life.
Yes. Adulting a lot.
But I was not prepared. First of all, I thought there would be a lot more singing and dancing in groups.
Yeah, there's not. There's not. There's not.
I thought maybe there'd be some quicksand.
Yeah. I thought there'd be a lot more dinners out, personally.
Oh my God. I'm like, what is all this time I spend in a kitchen? This is not what I signed up for at all.
I just don't even know. I can't Pinterest more meals. I have no idea what to do.
Meals. So what we're trying to say is we love being parents.
Yes.
Of course. It gives my life meaning.
I love them. I love my kids.
But yes, some days could be a lot. So I'm gonna share. I started to share with Ro, and I'm gonna share with you, and then I want to ask Ro about something. But I'm gonna share that I have a new camera, and it's supposed to be. I like the image on it. We'll see how it looks in the final piece, but it does this, which is very fun. So I can get it to zoom in and zoom out.
Wow.
And then if I do this, it'll start following me around.
Whoa.
But, as you know, Rose, sometimes our homes are not in the condition to be viewed anywhere too far beyond the frame.
Absolutely.
So I gotta stay conscious of that sometimes before people are like, oh my God, he coaches people who lives like that? Jeez.
I know.
So there's that part.
I'm about to get a skeleton to put in the hole that we have in the dining room just to add a little spooky season to it because not
Wait,
prepared.
are you zhuzhing? Did you zhuzh it up? You gonna zhuzh it up with a skeleton?
I'm gonna go to Dollar General this week and do that. Definitely, definitely.
You took us to a topic I really actually did want to go to. I want to hear about you preparing for Halloween because preparing for Halloween is not really a thing for me. Other than like I'm gonna go buy candy so that when neighborhood kids come by, they're not like we hate you. And I'm totally with that. And I give this like I'm a lunatic. So you're good there. But like in terms of like this one wants to be this and this one wants to be that, and we gotta decorate and that's
Yeah,
over.
so I'm big time spooky season. I love it.
Really?
Love it. I used to actually dress up like I mean, I used to win first place in contests. Like, when I got to LA, my
Well,
sister
you're not
yeah, I mean, my sister used to win at the restaurant we worked at, she used to, like, win every year, and then I came in and I was, like, undefeated. Now
I had no idea. This is so much fun that I'm finding this out. I had no idea about any of this. We are really doing this in real time, folks. So I'm like, oh, really? Great. Love
one
it.
of the
Go.
favorite costumes, I was Fiona, I body painted myself green, and then remember Octomom? I literally waitressed with, like, 14 babies.
You did not.
And then I did a show that night at the John Lovitz Club, and I walked out with a glass of wine, all the babies, and a cigarette in my mouth, and I was like, "So I'm single," and a baby fell out. I mean, it was great. I mean, I loved it.
That is so funny.
It was
I had no idea, and I had forgotten about Octomom, so thank you for that. Thank you for
I
that. I had forgotten about her.
yeah,
That was so insane.
she got into adult film, I believe. She had to support those babies. Yeah, don't blame her, hey, you got 14 kids and a couple of
Listen, yeah, we're not judging. Once you cross past, I don't know.
why
But
was she Octomom? When she had 8, and then she had 6 on top of that. She had 8 at one time, and then there were 6
that's right, she already had a bunch of kids. That's right.
yes,
That's the part I forgot.
yes,
Because I was like, you said 14, and I was like, there was 14, but I did the same thing you did, but she's Octomom.
yeah.
That's right. She already
Octomom.
had a
She had
bunch of
8 at
kids,
once, and then
and
she
she
had
had
had 6 already, yeah. Ooh,
bro, that made my skin itch.
I
Like,
know,
like,
I know.
what?
I listen,
What?
so, anyway, about Halloween, I had a few years that I didn't dress up because I was in, like, baby toddler world where it was like, "Okay, we're gonna go trick or treating, this and that," and then lately, I have really, like and also Jacob his due date was October 30th, so I wasn't for Halloween, I was just a big old pregnant woman, you know?
Right.
So I was like,
How you like it, folks?
I don't know what to tell you. I'm freaking tired. And then he was born in 2016. So this was when like Trump was coming around. So he stayed up there. He did not come out. He didn't come out till November 7th. They forced him out. I was in the
He
hospital.
knew. He was like, "Oh no,
Yeah.
oh no."
Yeah.
That's
My
funny.
dad was in the hospital room playing Fox News. That boy was not coming out. He had to get forced out. When I say they had to go in and break my water physically to remove this boy, they were like,
I love that he was like, "It's nice in here. I got everything I need. It's warm. I'm fed.
everything.
What is going on?"
When they start the Pitocin to, like, induce you, when I
Right, right,
said they
right.
gave it to me at 9 AM, by 3 in the morning, I wasn't even more than a centimeter dilated. I mean, they
With
were
the
like
Pitocin.
yeah, they were like, "Hey, we gotta do something, like, he's not coming out."
Meanwhile, you're like, "I know how to drink enough coffee to
Yeah,
mimic cocaine." They're like, "That's not helpful,
that's
ma'am."
not that won't get and to this day, that boy takes his time with everything.
You know how many moms I've heard say things like that? I think it's fascinating. Like some of it, I think is we kind of construct narratives, and that's fine. But I think there is something to that. What my kids, as you know, are twins. So 20 years ago now, which is like, what are you kidding me? Maya, who is always in charge, like of me. Like I'm like, no, one of us is the parent, and it's not you. So let's get in order here. Block the exit. Like would not like even if Alex wanted to be born, she was like, I don't feel like moving. Make me. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? Get out of the way. It's like, I'm like, no, like you need to get out of the way. Yeah. First of all, I'm baby A, and
Yeah,
I'll be going out first. First of all. So you don't even need to worry about it, buddy. I'm like, what are you kidding me? It's so funny those stories because I'm like, there's got to be something to the number of moms I've heard say like this kid has been like this since my belly.
Yeah.
Period.
Same with Jayla. Jayla shot out. She was out. That girl was out, and she moves through life like that. She's very like, boom, go. I mean, so yeah, it's total different
That's wild.
energies, as you know.
Yeah.
So,
No, I interrupted your story though, because you were
no,
saying, okay, so it was October 30th. You was due October 30th, so you were not doing Halloween that year.
yeah, that was the
But
one year that I was like,
yeah,
okay, this is a little much. But
right.
other than that, I love like the whole idea of Halloween. In fact, one of my coworkers was like, "Hey, long shot, could you work on Halloween?" I don't even need the rest of that sentence. No, hard no, pass. You should just pretend you were sick the night before. She has like a bartending party. She wants to work for $500. Okay, well, do what everybody else does. Fake some sickness. Call in. Don't know.
Best of luck to you.
They ain't gonna fire you.
Right.
That's a rookie move. Saying you've got a big party, asking for from a community. Rookie move. You're gonna have to all of a sudden get sick. I don't know what you were thinking, girl.
Right. And not be seen. Best of luck to you.
Yeah. You started off on Thursday night. "Ooh, I don't feel so good. Oh, I feel kind of sick." The next day, "Hey,
It got worse.
got worse. Can't come in." Boom. Sit. Sorry for your rookie move.
Yeah. No, I remember when I was a bartender, that was the best. When somebody was like, "Hey, can you do this private party?" It was always just like rum and coke or whatever all
Yeah.
night. It was nothing.
Nothing.
And you'd always make money. It was
Yeah.
great.
That was me all the time. I used to make money. Like I private bartend. Cool. I'm doing like a private bartending next Saturday. Just like private bartending.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
great.
now when I'm publicly bartending, it's a pain in the ass. But otherwise I'm like, great gig. Hope you are able to do it, but I am not working on Halloween. I'll tell you that. And when I tell you, Linda, when I say I have put thought into my costumes before, I was
Really?
a sumo wrestler once. Oh, I was Sarah Palin. And I had the baby with the trick. Oh my God, terrible. You can't do that now. You wouldn't be able to. I once was a guy. I had who knows what inappropriate mask I had on. In New York, I had the watches and the jacket. When I say like we literally I had a blast on Halloween. And when I say I celebrated all the time from when I was a kid, when we had those plastic masks on.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love it. I think it's such a fun holiday. I don't know why. Some people are like, "Oh, it's a pagan holiday." I'm like, "Can we just relax? Get candy, put on some spooky things, make some treats."
Let's talk about that part because look, I acted in this part, I'm serious about, and I know you're serious about. I try to be respectful. Someone could tell me like, "This mug is my God." And my reaction is, until you try to make this mug my God, we are fine. And I'm going to do my best to be respectful of your mug religion. Great. But I do find myself I remember as a kid wanting to be like, lighten up. Like, you know what I mean? To my friend, I fucking jerk. So like, how did you manage that conversation? Because I remember going like, yeah, break. And then it's like, that's so disrespectful. That's ridiculous, right? I'm like, it's fun. Shut up. So like, how did you, did you have any of those conversations?
No.
Or do you now? Like, you're in a,
It's just like, you just realize growing up in Long Island, we all saw, I'm sure you did too, like in Brooklyn, like you just celebrated Halloween. Usually it involved when you got older, it was like getting egged. That happened. Or, like
that was the craziest thing. Like trying to make it like from my bus stop home without getting hit by an egg.
Oh, and it hurts. I've gotten egged before.
Yeah.
It hurt.
Yeah. On top of the fact that it like messes up your clothes, like it's an egg. Like it's still got a hard shell.
Oh my God. Like
it's the worst.
Was that anybody else? Like, was it just New York? Because people egged us. We had toilet paper, the whole.
Maybe because I've been in LA for years and I've never heard anybody talk about that.
I know.
Maybe it was a New York thing.
It's gotta be because I could tell somebody else. Remember when you used to get egged and they'd be like, and other people like, "Oh my God, no." You're like, oh, that's nice.
So for those of you that, because I just assumed this was just a thing teenagers did everywhere in New York, apparently part of the build up to Halloween and certainly on Halloween, it was a wrap. Like they wouldn't actually, in my neighborhood at one point, I know there were stores that would not sell eggs
or shaving cream
to teenagers or shaving cream for like weeks before Halloween.
Yes. Yeah.
Like it was that bad. But yeah, so people would like buy eggs and then they would egg people. Like they would throw eggs at people, like depending from how far. You'd just be living your life.
Your kids grew up in LA. Did they have that? No?
I don't even remember them. That's what you made me think about it because to me, it's automatically, it's as much a part of Halloween as the costumes and the candy. Like
Yeah.
there's eggs flying,
It's like
which is
dodging
crazy.
eggs, dodging cops. You had to dodge the cop, eggs, and shaving cream. I mean, that was literally you get if somebody just came up on you and shaved cream, you're like, "Ah," or just cracked an egg on your head. You're like, "Ah." I mean, it's just
And then that would be the worst because then it really got you. Then it like was everywhere.
never forget, I got an egg right in the back of the neck. I'm like, "Oh, God, it hurts?" And you're like
Yeah.
I mean, and I remember we were, like, too old probably to trick or treat, but we were trick or treating. My friend was smoking a cigarette, she put it down. She, like, fell down the steps, broke her leg. We kept going, ran a dog got loose from a junkyard, chased us. Then we ended up at a who knows, and then
All in pursuit of some candy.
yeah, and just because 'cause we were punks, we were like, "We're gonna get free candy, smoke some cig" I mean, we were just a mess. We were a mess. Then ended up by the high school, then getting eggs, shaving cream, running home, run from the cops. Like, we were I swear to
So
God, we
funny.
were a mess, and
I don't think this is average Halloween. I think this is another example of us discovering, like, was this childhood? What was this? Excuse me. What were we doing? Because I don't think this is childhood. What is this
I
that we're
mean,
talking?
I know eggs are really expensive now, so if you threw an egg,
Yeah.
we'd be really mad at you.
But yeah, no, you're right. Actually, that is probably even in New York. They're probably like, you must be out of your
Out of your mind. You need to go
Orla-
I know. No, I know. But it's just it comes up. I know, it's the New Yorkness. But when I say, like, honestly, now so what we decided to do as far as with the Halloween thing, it happened yesterday when I was at work. I was like, "Oh, what are you guys doing for Halloween?" To, like, one of the
Yeah.
owners or she's, "Oh, we don't celebrate because of our religion." And my first thought is like, "Oh god, I'm so sorry." Like, but I mean, and I know several people that don't celebrate because of their religion, but I'm like, "Why would you what kind of God?"
What kind of God would rob you of Halloween?
Halloween. Like, it's like Mormons. You can't have coffee? That is I don't
Right, right. What are we talking about here?
my God wants to have coffee.
Any God I would worship would want you to have coffee and Twix. That's for sure. I don't know much else. I don't know how the universe started, but I
And
know that.
they want me to celebrate my birthday. They want me to go all out. I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's just okay, that works for
No.
you. But
So I used to go, this was a thing for a while during my childhood. I remember specifically is we would trick or treat, but because it was an apartment building, there was a phase where we could trick or treat just in our apartment building. Like a lot of people don't realize, like when you stack up 6 floors
yeah.
of A through whatever it was, you apartment, that's a lot. That's a lot of candy. Like you don't have to leave your building. So if you're a certain age and your parents don't want you walking around the whole neighborhood yet,
Walking around the apartment building.
boom, boom, boom. Like we could make a killing right there in the
Oh, yeah.
right there in the right there in the building. So what are you so for your kids, is it like parties and school parties? Do they actually trick or treat in the neighborhood? Like what is it? What
So, I will point out when we were in LA, it was always going to
Mhm.
the fancier neighborhoods, and we went to one, like, in
That's
the
smart.
Hills where I'm talking they went all out. I'm talking full-size candy bars, party stop I mean, it was you got in and you did all you had to do was 1 block, and then you left because it was so packed. But here, like, what we realized last year, because it was our first year here for Halloween,
Mhm.
we have a really nice we live in a great neighborhood. We're in a cul-de-sac. I mean, it's a really it's quiet and not like it's quiet, but there's also wildlife, right? And there's some loud I mean, every neighborhood has loud people, but I'm saying, like, what we noticed was we couldn't walk the neighborhood because there's no streetlights, so it's dark, 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 and the houses, a lot of them are on hills, and some
So
people are open for it and some people aren't. So we're
yeah,
like, we gotta go to a neighborhood that's a little either more walkable or they have a whole neighborhood that's, like, into the Halloween thing.
right. That's what we do.
Yeah, like, where
Yeah.
one of our mom friends is like, "Hey, I know, a neighborhood, it's a nice neighborhood, they go all out for Halloween, so let's go to that
Hmm.
one." Or like a senior
Okay.
citizen community where they want kids to come
Right,
and trick
right,
or treat
right.
because they literally like, "Come," they're lonely, so
Interaction.
yeah, so we figured and also Georgia I don't know if this is a Georgia thing, but a lot of the churches do trunk or treats all the way up to Halloween.
What's
So,
that?
it's like where some churches, like, everybody shows up, has their decorated trunk, they get candy, you go around the whole parking lot, get candy, they have bouncy houses, all a lot of it's for free because they want you to sign up for their church, and I'm like, "Okay."
That's funny.
So we're like, cool, let's go to trunk or treat. We're going to like 2 next weekend, and then you go and have Halloween. Oh yeah, they're all over. I'm like, cool, let's do that. We're gonna go to one Friday night and one Saturday afternoon, and then we'll continue on to Halloween.
Yeah, we my church, United Church of Christ, so like congregational type church growing up, and we had Halloween parties. And I remember that was another reason why, like when I first realized that some people couldn't celebrate because of their church, I was like, that's hilarious because we actually set up like a little haunted house in our church. So we could not have been farther away from worrying about that.
From that,
So I
that's
was always like,
great.
really? Yeah, no, it was, I mean, that's when, again, I joke about it. Obviously, I'm not going to tell some little kid, like, screw that, man. Like, whatever. But I do find myself like, oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Do we, so, all right, trunk or treat. Do they know?
Actually, I was gonna say, so I think Chris is taking Jacob to, like, one of those haunted, like, the scary and he said he's okay with it. I think he's a little too young still. It's because those are I've been to them.
Right, right, right. It's like when like you walk through and people grab you and stuff and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
like the chainsaws and
Yeah,
totally, and I'm like, Jayla definitely not, but I'm like, "Okay," and he's like, "Do you wanna go or not?" I'm like, "I don't know." First of all, I don't know when you're gonna go. It's Halloween next week, like, I'm up like, he's just like, "Let's go." I'm like, "There's plans. I work." There he's just like, "Let's go." "Well, go when? When? Plan it." "Okay." Or I'll stay with Jayla, we'll have a girls' date. But I'm
yeah,
like, "Jacob, it's very scary." I mean, I've been to them at Knott's Scary Farm. I used to go to them all the time.
yeah. I never went to that, but I know that. Yeah, they do that.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, I've been to Universal. First of all, Universal's pricey as hell. They oh god, yeah, but I mean, they put on a big show, and then you're in the tram, it breaks down, people jump out with chain you have to walk, they jump out. They can't touch you, but Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
And then I've been to Not Scary Farm, and they're all I mean, when I say every year, I used to, like, go all out for Halloween all the time.
it's amazing. So here's the thing for me with Halloween. Like when I think now about the haunted house and stuff, because I get it, Jacob. And I feel like I went through a phase that started somewhere around, let's say 12. I'm not sure that that's it, but let's around there where I started watching scary movies and doing the roller coasters. And I think I convinced myself somewhere between like 12 and 14 that I liked, but I'm not sure I ever really liked it because then in adulthood, I was like, hell am I going in there for? Life's not scary enough. Now I gotta pay some idiot to scare me.
I
I need these problems. I don't have enough problems in my life. I need some idiot with a chainsaw chasing me around. Like, I don't know. So I'm like, maybe you never really liked it then. If before and after this phase, you're like, I don't want.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting you say that too, because you're like, did I just change or because like I used to watch scary movies. I mean, I remember watching Blair Witch in the movie theater. I would go all killer clowns from outer space. Used to watch horror movies, right? And then I used to go on roller coaster, same thing. And then one year at Not Scary, we were on it. I did like 5 roller coasters. And I was done. I literally the
Right.
next day, I felt like I was like, hungover from it.
Oh, seriously?
Oh
Oh,
my
like it really, like, yeah,
god,
yeah, 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 yeah.
like, could not take that much. And then I'm like, "Oh god, what has happened?" Like,
Right, right.
oh, that all and then I used to, like, watch Forensic Files and all the scary stuff, and then I actually had, like, an ex go crazy on me. I was like, "Oh, this is a little too okay, click, no more Forensic
Yeah, yeah,
Files."
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
when
yeah.
they're like, "He knew her attacker." I'm like, "Click." Like, we don't need to
I get it. I mean, I don't mean to laugh. I'm laughing because you're laughing, but I get what you mean.
we don't need to
Right, right.
we're like you said, crazy crap is happening in real life. We don't need to and even now, like, my mother-in-law loves watching, like, My Crazy Neighbor, all these crazy
Mm,
documentaries. Like, I can't I mean, it was enough that I watched Unknown Number, and I was like that with that mom that I don't wanna
I still haven't watched. I heard it's insane. I heard it's so wild. So
insane
wild.
and I'm how why are we watching? And then you're like, "Think positive." What the hell? Can we just watch Hocus Pocus? Can we just stick to that?
I am such an old man. I watch like philosophy lectures on YouTube. I'm not even kidding. I'm like, what? People are like, oh, you should watch this documentary about this man who good, he killed this one and hit him here. I'm like, no, thank you. But do you understand what's going on in my head half the time? I think half of you would murder me if you had the chance. So I don't need anybody explaining to me what I don't need this.
No,
I don't need it.
I need
Do
sunshine
you
and rainbows. I need like, let's hear happy story. Can we have a documentary where it ends like, oh, and they lived happily ever after?
We have a story about a family. Somebody finished the milk. And so then somebody else went out and bought more milk. That's lovely.
Wow. And then they graduated from college with honors.
What?
No
I love
debt.
it.
No debt.
Yeah.
Yay.
Scroll. Yay. Let's
Yay.
stream it. Let's stream it.
Have you seen that documentary? It's crazy. They are
It's,
successful in life.
can you imagine that? Like that becomes the new reality TV. Like you show a healthy family and their minds are blown. They're like, wait a minute. There was a disagreement. No one threw anything. There was no wine thrown. There was never wine thrown.
And you
Like,
know what we say?
What?
You know what we say? They're fake. They're not real.
That's right.
They are
That's right.
acting.
You're-
They're acting.
Bro, you're so right about that. You're 100% correct. We're like, oh, yeah, right. We'll see what's going on behind the scenes. Nobody would buy it. That's exactly right. What
They
is
would
wrong
never.
with them?
They would never. Because, it's so funny. We are voyeurs by nature. I know, and I don't mean to generalize people, but we are like, it's like a car wreck. We want to see it. We want to pretend we don't, but we're all rubberneckers. Like literally. I mean, and to try and say, no, we're not. We are.
We are. Oh no, we are because the number of times there's some story that comes up on a show I don't watch that Daphne shows me a little clip and then look at me still sitting there 30 minutes later, but I don't watch that. I don't watch that.
Yeah. Why am
Yeah,
I
right.
on Love? I saw all of Love Island and I was bothered by Huda. And now they're like, get on Love is Blind. I've seen one episode. I'm like, I don't, what? Okay, but
I was pretty sure I was the only human being in America not watching Love Island. Everybody was watching. I was like, this is crazy. But I get like, I've watched my version of it, and I'm like, all right.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like it's all like, and then you're like, and then you have that moment you're like, don't fall into the trap, focus on your business. Well, then I'm tired. I don't know. And you're like, I don't even know anymore. You got to meditate. Oh, you got to work out. Like when we were talking about the adult, like also Orlando, when you said like, I hate everybody, honestly, and like life, what the heck? Because what do? What you gotta focus. You gotta make every hour count. Then you turn on the news. Oh my God, unprecedented times. Oh my God, this is. And then we're like, you got this craziness out in the world. Then you got to go inside to your world. But then you're like, It's not like we're single and we don't have kids and we're just like we have our little space. You have partner. Like my God, how many podcasts can my husband listen to? I love my in-laws, but they're in our house too. It's a lot. And the kids and you're like, where do I go?
Yeah. Yeah. That's why even as you talk about like celebrating Halloween, especially like when you're in LA and stuff, I'm just getting to revisit. It's like, it's not quite empty nesting because, Alex lives here, whatever, but he doesn't give a crap. I could disappear for you talk about the first 48. I'd be gone at least 48 before he even realized, before he was even like, has anybody seen Pop? And so I'm like, I'm just getting back to the part where I'm like, what is something I might like to do? And that really matters.
That's crazy, right?
Like, oh my God, I could do a thing. Where would I want to go? I don't even, sometimes I'm like, I don't know where I would want, because I'm still kind of in the mindset of like, does somebody need to go somewhere? Does somebody need to be driven somewhere? Like my brain is still doing it.
That because I thought about it today. I wake up woke up late. I woke up like 6:30 and I'm like, oh my God, I slept in.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I think about that. Like I wake up at 6 so I could have a cup of coffee and then I got to get the kids out of bed and ready and all that. And it's like, and then we got to do breakfast. I make them breakfast. Okay, let's change. Let's get in the car. Let's do drop off. And I'm like, and then I'm going to blink and they're going to be 20. And you're like, how, like, and also, but they were kind of like yesterday, they're like, how old are you going to be when Jayla is 20? I'm like 60. I will be 60 when she is 20. So Jesus, now I got to live my life to the fullest while she's a young child because I'm old.
Yeah. No, yeah. No, it's a whole thing. When you start thinking about that stuff, it gets really crazy.
Bro, I'm like,
because I'm like, yeah, by the way, I'm figuring out my life. Like, I still have things. I didn't understand that I was like suspending my life until further notice.
I know.
Like, what is going on?
Like you, because when we were, I really think about it because a memory of ours pops up a lot. It's you and me at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
We had glasses on. I remember I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
me
that's
and my
right. We took
twin."
the picture. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me and my twin Orlando. And I think about like you were in the depths of childhood, and I had no idea. I'm just out here living my, oh, why aren't I famous?
It's wild. I mean, now, it's because it's your life. Like even the Halloween thing. I used to have it was just automatic, right? So I tell this one, like, oh yeah, bring your kid by and we'll walk the neighborhood here at this time. And then when we're back, and then no, Daphne's gonna walk this time, and then I'm gonna stay here and hand out the candy. Like this was all just life. Like we just and now I'm like, if somebody approached me right now to talk about Halloween plans, I'd be like, you have got to get out of my face. You
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to.
yeah. I can
You
imagine.
have to get out of my face. But no, it's yeah. I remember that, and then like you're saying, deciding like, do we do the little kid thing or do we do? They had the what was those called? Was it the hay ride?
For the
What they
hayride, yeah.
call them? So then we had to do those for a few years.
Yep.
But it was always like
Oh, we
this
did
is
pumpkin patch. We just did pumpkin patch. We did, here's the thing about Georgia. We did the pumpkin patch in an actual farm. In LA, it used to be in the parking
it's a
lot behind
parking lot.
Ross. Okay.
It's
Used to
a
be
parking lot.
Ross Dress for Less and the pumpkin patch. Okay, so I will say it's
100%.
a lot more authentic out here. Yeah, we're actually on a farm.
You're like, wait a minute, that's a pumpkin. I thought that was gonna be plastic. Wait a minute.
When I tell you, and the amount of money they charge for this damn pumpkin patch
Yeah,
in the back of Ross. Okay. And when
yeah.
we were
No
like,
kidding. Yeah.
this was $17 for everything included. You're like, "Oh my god." And I'm talking a
Nice.
real corn maze, you walked through a corn maze. I mean, it
That's
was really,
great.
like, crazy, right? But, I mean, when I think about it, it's like being back. Chris had said this, he goes, he never grew up in seasons, right? And now that I'm back in seasons where it's fall,
Right, of
where
course. I was processing what you meant by that. Sorry.
yeah,
Okay,
because 'cause you've
gotcha.
been out of New
Yeah,
York
yeah,
for
yeah.
so long. You've been
Yeah,
when
right,
you're out of
right,
New
right.
York and when you see how life is cyclical through seasons, it really reminds you that you're like, things die off in the winter, and then the spring, they just bloom again. And it's and then summer, and then fall, and now we're in fall. Like, it was fall weather this morning. It was, like, 45
Mhm.
and the trees are starting to turn, and,
That's
I live
wild.
by a lake, so it's honestly it's beautiful. You're just seeing it all, and
Yeah,
I remember how much I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, "I love fall. I love the warm sweaters. I love the everything about the leaves and the change and you're reminded of this cycle of life and hot
yeah,
like, it's all those things that you read about, you're like, "Oh, the hot coffee drinks and and for a second, if you get into that moment, you forget about how chaotic the world is out there, and if you're able to, um,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
also I had this moment before I was, like, going inside. I take a walk around the lake, and I was like, "What if we just changed our perspective for everything? Like, how important is it if I mention something? Maybe I could just keep to myself today and not say the thoughts I'd like to say." And now, mind you, on occasion, another one will be like, "God damn, this crap." But then I'm like, "Stop expecting perfection in your thoughts." Like, we have a million thoughts a day, and throwing some ADD in there, and it's like,
Yeah, I know, I
you
know.
know
I've been trying to be a little bit more patient with myself too.
yeah, I just have to, because if I don't, like, so I hate slow pace, and I hate how long things sometimes take to to
Mm,
get done.
yeah.
If I can get at peace with that, like, for example, I wanna, like, organize my desk area. Well, you know what I did? I took the pile of papers, organized it, put it on the side what I could throw away, put this on the side, maybe I could find a spot for that. Do one step at a time, because then I'm like, "Well, if I can't get the whole thing done, what's the point of doing it?"
Yeah, no. I
So
know. As I look at my desk that's been staring at me for months, that I've had the same conversation
I
all the time.
And if you just did one pile and then go,
Yeah,
"Okay, that's enough for today because I have other things to do." And even
yeah.
with, like, the kids and so what's starting to happen for us, it's a very busy time, right? So we have my sister-in-laws are coming in, it's Halloween, November 1st is Chris's birthday, November 7th is Jake's
What?
birthday. Then they're in other parts of the country, but my dad's November 20th, my sister's November 25th. A lot of good friends are, like, November 10th, all this, and then Thanksgiving, then Christmas. And in all that, it's a crazy busy time for us, which is fine because I operate well in busy times. But I also like what it's the 20th today. So in 2 months and 1 day, I plan on like exiting my job. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. But I mean, not if it stays open till then, who knows?
One of you made me leave it. Right. Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
I can get into just because I need to focus on, I can go into all that and we will one on the podcast once I leave. But it's a good time to go, okay, you want to build your business up. You've had your build like, why don't you believe you can build your business up? Like, why don't you believe that you could do even bigger than you ever imagined. And we've talked about this before. And I think I can get caught up in oh, with the holidays and then we got to spend money on this and okay, that's all. I always think like that. Why don't we just change it? What if it all just flows in? I mean, I know it's a little woo woo, but it's like, what if you're just a money magnet, an opportunity magnet, a success magnet? What if it's that?
Well, it's funny you say that part because for me on that,
Mhm.
I find myself now saying like, it's not even whether the story is true or not. And I don't mean to be delusional. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, I decided the earth is flat. Like, that stuff drives me nuts. But I'm saying like what you're talking about. Like, ugh. But like what you're saying, like, I could think, because I've said out loud and I actually had to make myself stop saying it. For all the things I've been good at in my life, I'm horrible at making money. I don't know how I developed that,
I know.
right? Which is not incorrect. If you just look at my life, if you're like, wait a minute, you've done this and this and this and this
Yeah.
and this, like, where's the cash, dude?
No,
Like,
I know.
where's the money? I feel like I should have like great stories. So then we flew to Dubai and I told this, but instead I've been eating too much ramen in my life for a guy who's done all
Was
this.
I robbed in my sleep? Maybe I'm
Exactly. What is happening? Somewhere there's a manager with like sitting on like a pile of cash that was supposed to be mine. But anyway, but yeah, so like it's helpful to me to pick the story that serves me. And I said it to a client first. But I was like, I think the story that serves me more is like I'm able to add value in these ways.
Yes.
For all I'm not good at making money, I've managed to survive. How'd I do that? And like trying to come, like you're saying, like just think of it differently. Does that actually reorder the electrons in the universe? I don't know.
No, but what if you just we tried it this way so many times. What if you just said, "Hey, I'm great at making money."
What what could possibly be harmed by that? And so yeah, I'm with you. I've been trying to like
Because
be in that
honestly,
flow.
Orlando, what you said, like, "Oh, the trips to Dubai." Like, I see all these comedians, they're traveling the world, they're doing this. I'm like, I was on a bus on the way to Morongo. That's my story.
Did you do the place? God, I can't remember the name of it. It's a place on a reservation in Arizona. It's a Honda.
Oh, no, I did, like, casinos or country clubs in Arizona. I've literally
Yeah.
been in Arizona, I remember, like, I would get the calls like, "Hey," like, from a friend in high school, "Hey, Scottsdale, what do you think of doing the gig? Awesome, go there." This is when the first gig with Allison Weber, she's awesome, but it was her
Right.
road gig. Literally, they had a person pick us up, bring us to the hotel, he goes, "Hey, I need to be paid." I'm like, "Hey, talk to somebody else." And then we walk to her hotel room, and there's a family living in her hotel room. Okay, let's go back. Then we go to the gig. It's 96 degrees in a summer night, and it's got no air conditioning outside. They got 2 yellow lights pointing at your thighs. I almost passed out on stage. When I say those are my stories, those are my stories. Well, what's your stories? What's my stories? Doing the Kickapoo tribe in Texas by the border, getting pulled over by border patrol, and they literally open the door. It's me, Big Mike. Remember Big Mike?
I
R.I.P.
do remember Big Mike.
Bruce Jingles and
Oh my God, you were with the crew.
oh, with the crew. They opened the door, stared us, and goes, "What is this? What comedians?" They closed the doors and get out of here. I mean, I'm talking like those are
That's funny.
where I'm like, why don't you just write them down? Because, you're sitting here like
That's not
people
a
are like,
bad
oh my
idea.
God, what crazy. Yeah, they're crazy stories. Are they dollar bills in the air and champagne? No. Is it Kevin Hart? No. Maybe one day could it be crazy like that? Who knows? Do I really need that? No. I've had a great time.
That's the other thing. That's the other piece. And part of actually, it's funny that we talked about Halloween today. Because some of it, as much as we joke around, and some of it we're not joking, but we make fun of it. But I know like I really remember some of these. I remember trying to figure out like my kid wants to be speed racer. How are we gonna do that? or even another year. I'm trying to remember what it was for. Probably some Harry Potter thing, and whatever we had planned fell through. And obviously, Maya was going to die. We were not going to have a child anymore on November 1st
I know.
because
Yep,
this was not going to.
I know.
And the kind of parent I am, there's certain things I'm not a great parent, but in that kind of a pinch, I will climb Kilimanjaro
Yep.
to bring. And I remember I called all these places, and Daphne was like, basically, you're insane. She'll be fine. And I was like, no, 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 no. And I ended up driving to some place, some costume, like a legit costume shop in Culver City, and spending, I don't even remember how much money, just so I could walk back in the door like, there shall be Halloween. You know what I mean? Really, So I talk crap about it, but I'm glad I have that memory. I'm glad I have those memories, just like
And
that
she'll
silly
remember
stuff.
that. You see how, like, at the time, you were like, "I can't believe I'm spending this money." You don't even remember the money, and literally, she'll remember that. Like, my dad came in with that Harry Potter costume, like, it worked. And that's what I love, and that's why even with the whole, like, getting asked to work on Halloween, my scarcity could be like, "Maybe you should." No.
Hmm.
No, and that's part of why I want to let go of this job because I wanna be there for the holidays, and it's not like I
Yeah.
won't work or do comedy or coaching or why don't
Oh,
we both
yeah.
because I've really come to the point, and I was talking about this on a live the other day, I don't need the why behind I want to make a lot of money in this business of entertainment and what we do, uh, it's not to prove it to anybody else anymore. It used to be. It used to be to prove it to
Yeah.
everybody. My dad,
Yeah.
everything. I wanna be a big shot, right?
Right.
I'm
Right.
I'm okay with admitting that now because I did. I
Right.
wanna be a big shot. I wanna walk and be like,
For sure.
get up on stage, stay on as long as you want, boom, never get the light, boom, cool. But
Never get the light is great because I had that same thought. I had that exact thought. I want to be somebody who just shows up at your club and starts talking.
just yeah, go on stage, run it. And I wouldn't because I'd be like, "Did everybody go on?" Just like Damon Wayans was one time. He's like, "Did everybody go on?" "Yes, Damon, thank you." We all went on. But
Is
when I
that right?
oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
he
so
was
cool.
so courteous. But when I
Oh,
tell
that's
you
great.
more of it, it's like, honestly, now I just wanna do it to prove it to myself. For myself, just for myself. Like what we've been talking about, like, we are amazing at making money. We just money comes to us, opportunity comes to us, success comes to us,
Hmm.
the line's gonna be big. We're all like, I honestly like, why not? Because
Yeah.
the other shit ain't working. Sorry for the curse. But, like,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
other thoughts aren't working, like so what if it was actually just that switch? What if it was like that? What if it was as simple as going, "What if we just thought we did?" And then you and I sitting here like, "Why didn't we just change it years ago?"
And why didn't we just change how we looked at it years ago?
Yeah, what a
Like,
concept.
who said, because when I talk about you, I'm not like, oh, my friend Ro, Mama Moody, she's not successful yet. I don't say that. I go, my friend Mama Moody, who is hilarious. Like when I perform with her, I consciously make sure I'm in the room for her set. When we perform together, I'd be like, sorry, you need to shut up now. I need to
Yeah.
listen to this. And then I'll be back. Whatever we're doing, I'll be back. But you know what I mean? So like the other piece of it is I'm glad we have these conversations. And I think I know because of the conversations we've had and that there are parents out there who are like, yeah, we used to throw eggs at each other. And now I'm trying to create this wholesome Halloween.
Oh my god.
And
And
I
also
kind of know what it is, but I'm figuring it out. And what's a trunk? What was it? Trunk and treat? Okay, let's do that. Like we're figuring it out.
honestly, Orlando, when I think about you, like what you've created and like like how inspiring, and you're like, yeah, you should be as big as these because you're providing like inspiration to people. That's all we need. We need that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm talking, and we've had fun. You're not only are you providing inspiration, but anybody that's met you knows you're a safe person. And that's really what it comes down to. Like you make people feel safe. So
That
honestly,
means a lot to me, actually.
what's that?
I said, no, that means a lot to me, actually.
Of
Thank you.
course, yeah.
That means a lot
And
to me. Yeah.
but you also, like and I know, like, when it comes down to, like, how overwhelmed we are, like, look, there's just people that we know in our lives that do not have kids or spouses or anything where and that's no shade to them, but it's just
Yeah.
they feel overwhelmed by certain things, but and we feel overwhelmed by certain things, and I think if we could all look at it like, "Hey, life can be overwhelming, but can also be we can also thrive because I think we're
Yes.
in the survival, like,
Yes.
mode for so
Yes.
long. And
Yes.
this world, I mean, what, we're 10 months into this God help us time in our
Yeah.
lives. But you know,
Yeah.
there
Gotcha.
and it feels like the biggest thing now, but there were times in the past where I'm sure people felt, and that's why there was the
Right.
Vietnam, you know, people watched a president get assassinated, like all of those kinds
Yeah.
of things. So there's been, I mean, there was the Great Depression, for God's sake.
I know. You think about what that actually means, and it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, my father was born like in Italy in when did World War II end? You know, like, you know, so I think about like when my Nona grew up in under Mussolini. So, you know, like, I mean, if you think, what? And then you're like, yeah, now we're in this time. But what we know is things pass. We know that we can just make the world a better place how we make the world a better place.
Yes, yes, and I'm a big fan of it. I'm also a big fan of making sure you make your next appointment.
Yeah, I know.
So hurry up and tell people where they can find you, and then we're gonna wrap this one up, and you can catch us on the next
Yes,
episode of
and
Align
because
Family.
we could talk for hours, I swear to God.
I know we do.
Okay, so you can find me at TikTok. I'm on TikTok under Ro DelleGrazie, Mamma Moody, aka Ro DelleGrazie. So far they have not banned me. And I'm on Wheelline. I did a show the other night. I had a lot of fun. You can just follow me. I'll post where I'll be next. That's kind of hurt my soul that I'm not booked more, but I've just gotta put it out there. I'm gonna be booked more on very high paying gigs, and because I have a blast when I'm on stage. I'll tell you what, the biggest compliment somebody could give me, which they gave me the other night, was like, I could watch a whole night of you, which was very, very
Oh,
awesome.
that's cool.
So I just gotta remember
That's
to,
very
like,
cool.
remember that it's what's mine is gonna be mine. That's how it is. But I am on Realign with you. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, trying to post more positive videos than the ones that I'm like, repost it. Look, just calm down.
I know. Me too. Because then I get on there and I'm like, but I have to tell you, I saw one. I don't even fully understand what the three of you were trying to do, but you were trying to. I think it was that like the flying thing, the whatever. I laughed so hard. I missed. Like I had to rewatch it because I was like, they've been saying things for the last 40 seconds. I missed everything that was said because you looked so shocked as you fell out of frame. So anyway, if those of you who just want to have a good laugh from time to time, do yourself a favor. We're gonna be doing better with the show notes. All the stuff will be in the show notes. Ro, big hug, have fun. We'll connect one more time before Halloween.
Yes.
And have a great one.
You too.
Bye now.
Bye.